Building muscle efficiently isn't simply about lifting heavier and pushing harder. In fact, according to scientific research, 3 key variables determine how effectively you increase muscle size training: frequency, weekly set volume per muscle group, and the number of repetitions per set. In this video we break down how to set those variables for optimal hypertrophy, based on the latest evidence. This will give you a practical blueprint to structure your training. Let's start with frequency. Frequency means how many times per week you train a given muscle group, for example chest, back, legs. Research shows that training a muscle group twice per week tends to produce greater hypertrophy than training it only once per week. For instance, a meta-analysis found that when volume was equated, the twice per week group still achieved a significantly larger effect size. PubMed 2. LeanFme.com 2. That said, an important caveat is that, when weekly set volume is held constant between different frequencies, the difference in growth between, say, once versus twice per week is somewhat modest. PubMed. In other words, frequency matters, but only when set volume 1, total weekly sets is sufficient. Next, we examine weekly set volume. For hypertrophy, the number of working sets per muscle group per week is one of the most reliable predictors of growth. A systematic review found that 12 to 20 weekly sets per muscle group is a reasonable range for many trainees. PMC 1. Other studies indicate that less than around 10 sets per muscle per week may be suboptimal. PubMed 1. For more experienced lifters, 15 to 20 sets per muscle group per week seems more effective. LeanFme.com 1. That said, going well beyond that, say 20 sets per muscle group per week, does not guarantee proportionally more muscle growth, and may run into recovery limitations. PMC 1. So, in practice aim for approx. 10 to 20 sets per muscle group per week as a general guideline. Now let's cover repetitions reps per set. Historically, the 8 to 12 rep range was considered ideal for hypertrophy, but more recent data show a wider rep range can work, provided sets are taken close to failure. For instance, rep ranges of 6 to 12 at 65 to 85% of 1 RM are commonly cited. The city potato 1, and even lighter loads, 15 to 30 reps can induce hypertrophy if fatigue is sufficient. LeanFme.com 1. On the flip side, very low reps e.g. 1 to 5 require many more sets to achieve comparable growth in many cases. Clean Health 1. In short, 8 to 15 reps per set is a practical sweet spot in most cases. If you go higher or lower, you'll need to adjust other variables accordingly. From here, let's consider load, effort, and recovery. Regarding load, many studies use percentages of 1 rep, max 1 RM to set intensity. For hypertrophy, a practical guideline is using 65 to 85% of 1 RM. VitalSend.com 1. That said, lighter weights can still work for hypertrophy, if taken close to failure. LWW Journals 1. The key is achieving mechanical tension, metabolic stress, and muscle damage, all of which drive growth, and layering progressive overload, gradually increasing weight, reps or sets over time. Also, vital muscles grow during recovery, not during training. Adequate protein intake, quality sleep, and ensuring you don't train the same muscle group on consecutive days without rest are essential for turning that stimulus into actual size gain. Let's move to a practical plan combining frequency, sets and reps. Suppose you can train 4 times per week. A viable split is upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body. Doing so allows you to hit each major muscle group twice per week. If you aim for 10 to 15 sets per muscle group per week, you can distribute about 5 to 8 sets per muscle group in each session. For example, on the first upper body day, chest bench press 3 sets, dumbbell flies 2 sets, 5 total sets. On your second upper body day, you do another 5 sets for chest. Thus chest gets 10 sets week. If you're intermediate, you may move up toward 15 sets week. For each of those sets, use 8 to 15 reps, aiming such that the last 1 or 2 reps are near failure. If you find you can do 8 with ease, next time increase weight or add a rep. If you find you can do 15 easily, increase the load or reduce reps next time. By structuring frequency, sets and reps this way, you ensure you're covering weekly stimulus, distributing fatigue, and giving each muscle enough recovery. For more advanced lifters, you might increase to 3 sessions per week for each muscle group. Weekly set volume of 15 to 20 sets. Vary rep ranges, for example, day 1 8 to 10 reps, day 2 10 to 12 reps, day 3 12 to 15 reps, and emphasize the eccentric lowering phase of each rep, slowing the descent to 2 to 3 seconds has been shown to enhance muscle damage and hypertrophy. Lean for me, com. 1. But this level of training puts high demands on recovery, nutrition and sleep. If you cannot recover adequately, muscle growth may stall or reverse. Finally, let's summarize by trainee level. Beginner, under 1 year training or 2 to 3 sessions week, aim for 8 to 10 sets per muscle group per week, reps in 8 to 12 range, frequency 1 to 2 times per week. Focus on perfecting form and consistent stimulus. Intermediate, 1 to 3 years training history, able to train 3 to 4 times week, aim for 10 to 15 sets per muscle group per week, reps 8 to 15, frequency twice per week. Think 5 to 8 sets per session per muscle group if training twice week. Advanced, 3 years, good recovery, nutrition and sleep, aim for 15 to 20 sets per muscle group per week, frequency 2 to 3 times week. Vary rep ranges, emphasize eccentric phase, adjust volume based on recovery. If recovery lags, reduce volume rather than push past your limits. In conclusion, building muscle efficiently means paying attention to training frequency, how often you stimulate each muscle group, weekly set volume, how much total work you do per muscle group per week, and rep range, how many repetitions per set you perform. These variables, when grounded in scientific research and applied consistently, form the foundation of an effective hypertrophy program. Of course, form, exercise selection, nutrition, sleep, individual variation, age, genetics, recovery capacity all play major roles, but if you nail these 3 variables first, you'll be setting yourself up for success. Thank you for watching, and here's to efficient muscle gains in your next training cycle.